Begin in East Africa, where South Sudan is celebrating its first anniversary today after a year of difficult challenges, including border clashes and a dispute over oil revenues with neighboring Sudan.
Now, South Sudan broke away from Sudan following a referendum that was a part of a 2005 peace deal. The pact ended a 21-year North-South civil war. South Sudanese President Salva Kiir and dignitaries from around the world participated in a ceremony in the capital, Juba. Soldiers, tanks and helicopters were part of the festivities. United States Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says ethnic tensions and unresolved issues with Sudan remain significant challenges for the new nation, but she praised the country for building its government and working to bring security and respect for human rights. And for more discussion on the first anniversary of the world's newest nation and its future, we are pleased to have with us today Ambassador Dhanojak Obong, the charge d'affaires of the Embassy of the Republic of South Sudan. Ambassador Obong, it's so good to have you in our studios today on such a significant day, too.
Thank you.
So tell us about what is the good news coming out of South Sudan before we go into some of the challenges.
Well, please let me take this opportunity to thank you, Vincent and Ndimyake, for hosting me. And also to take this opportunity to congratulate my President, Salva Kiir Mayardit, and the entire people of South Sudan for the Independence Day, and say to them, Happy Independence Day.
Absolutely. The world was just in awe last year when this happened. So take us now through the year. What has been good? What has happened that people are feeling jubilant about today?
Well, what has been good first is on 9 July, declaration of independence for South Sudan. That is the inspiration that people of South Sudan has been expecting and hoping that one day, that day will come. And the day came on the 9th of July. And people and everybody in South Sudan is really happy to see that he or she is alive.
Right, but now, Ambassador, we know that that was the sentiment expressed for quite a while, and it extended into a few months. But we've been hearing a lot of some of the challenges. Even though people are happy that they've attained their independence now, there are these issues of poor public service delivery, these issues of corruption. We also know that President Kiir publicly called on 75 current and post members of his ministry to return $4 billion that had been siphoned out through to corruption. So tell us about what is happening on that front.
Well, coming to delivery, of course, our people mostly voted for 99% for independence.
Right.
They are expecting the government to deliver something to them. But we need to be realistic here. We are only 1 year old baby, and the government is trying its level best to do what he can do for the people of South Sudan. It is a reality that there is a corruption. This is why we are open to talk about it. My president is open to talk about it. The government is open to talk about it. That's why now the parliament have come out openly to say that these people, it need to be investigated, and then some of them also need to be suspended if possible. And this is why we put in place the Anti-Corruption Commission, which is there to oversee all these things. The Human Rights Commission is there also to see all these issues of the human rights. So we are open to see that these things are delivered to our people as soon as possible. But we need our people to be realistic that we are also have a lot of challenges that both government or people of Sudan need to be patient for a while.
Some of those challenges really hit South Sudan so early into its new state of sovereignty. This situation surrounding oil, which many had really pegged as what was going to really advance this country forward. Now you've shut down the oil production because of this dispute with the North. What is the status of that? And really, how long can it be sustained before it really damages the economy?
Well, the status of that, the reason behind it is that we have been flexible with the Islamist government of Khartoum to see that this transit fee is flexible.
But now what about coming to a resolution? There have been so many talks and efforts to resolve this, but it doesn't seem to be leading to a change. What is the sticking point? Where is the problem?
Well, the problem, it seems, is work with the Khartoum government, because we are willing, we have accepted 2046, we have accepted the African Union roadmap, and we are really obligated to this resolution and to African roadmap. But it seems other side is not willing to also accept these things. They are only interested in war and rumors and etc.
I wanted to very briefly, if you can touch on the issue of inter-ethnic violence and clashes, and what problem does that solve or pose for the future? Very briefly.
Let's take this issue is not issue of South Sudan. It's the issue of African country and African continent. But for us as a government, we have tried our level best. That's why you have seen in Jungle the disarmament is going very well, and we want to make sure that every small gun is taken out from the citizen and from the civilian, so that it is police, it is the police, and it is the army and organized army who will have a gun. So the disarmament in Jungle is doing well, and it's going very well.
And of course, Jungle is where you're from, so I know you're happy with the changes.
Right.
Well, Ambassador Dhanojak Obong, we really appreciate you being here on such a crucial day. I know you've got a long interview series today, but you took some time out for us. And on that note, we'll say goodbye to Ambassador Obong, Charge d'Affaires of the Washington Embassy of the Republic of South Sudan here in Washington.